Hi, Christy. This is Band Geek 84078. Thank you. 8408 on YouTube. Matt G from the Ning. I'm making this video, and it's an auspicious occasion. This is actually my first time making a vlog that I plan to put up on YouTube, and it's such an auspicious occasion that my sister's back here watching me. Cassie's very excited about this.
I'm very excited about this. Matthew's holding the camera a little too high for me to get in the screen because I'm short. There we go, that's better. I'm a short nerd.
She's a short nerd. Over here is my sister. Say hi, Cassie.
Hi, Cassie.
She's a funny one, isn't she? Cassie is going to tell you how much of a nerd I am.
Matthew's a nerd.
Thank you.
I mean, no. That's like not nerd. Matthew's a nerd. He spent, I don't know how long, a couple days ago, like a long time, organizing his bookshelf downstairs because he couldn't decide, well, do I want to organize it by author's name or should I do it by subject instead? Well, let's try both ways and see which looks better. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even messing around.
No, she's not. That was me a couple of days ago.
He's a nerd.
Yeah. Christy, the other day you posted a video, and in that video you requested that we do something nerdy for you. Now, you were probably addressing the other members of your channel. However, I figured, what the heck. And plus, you kind of challenged my nerdiness in that video when I mentioned that I had been in marching band for 9 years instead of 4. And you said that I had you beat on the Band Geek nerdiness, but not necessarily on overall nerdiness. By the way, there are only 3 nerd fighters in Hayesville, Ohio, and they all live in this house. Here's the third nerd in Hayesville, Ohio.
Hi.
He's home from school now. So Jeffrey, why don't you tell Christy what a big nerd I am?
He's a nerd. After I watched that video that he did on Cassie, Ask Cassie, I was there when he was sorting his bookshelf. I was kind of amazed, actually, because I couldn't do that. I couldn't have the attention span.
Alright, so this video is mainly for Christy, but for the benefit of other people that are watching, I should probably explain myself a little bit more thoroughly. I am what's known, mostly by me, as a random obsessions nerd fighter. Now what this means is, usually with nerds, they're a nerd about 1 or 2 obsessions that they have. They're a nerd about Pokemon, or video games, or reading, or music, or theater. I'm a nerd about a little bit of everything in short spurts. So like for about 2 weeks I'll be a really big obsessive nerd about mythology, and then 2 weeks later I will switch to some other obsession. So that is the kind of nerd that I am, which is what makes this a little bit difficult, because if I tried to explain my nerdiness in its entirety, it would take way too much time. And so what I'm going to do instead is take you on a tour of my bedroom. We start with the door, on which there are 3 posters, the top of which is probably the nerdiest of the 3, because it is from a computer game, Myst. You might have heard of it. It's a computer game. There are actually 5 of them in the series, and I am a big fan of the game. And this has the maps from the various ages in the game. So now we will go inside the room. The room is a mess, just so you know, because I just moved here from my apartment, and I haven't unpacked my boxes yet. Over here, we have a poster of a map of the Enterprise D from Star Trek The Next Generation. Then here's a skeleton on a chair. An anatomically correct skeleton, I might add. Me from 5 years ago and upside down. Here are a couple of 3D puzzles. I used to be into those. That's Leaning Tower of Pisa and a telephone booth. There's my current desk calendar, which gives little random bits of trivia. And as you can see, today is May 7th. Today is not May 7th. Up here we've got a map of the galaxy, something that no nerd fighter should be without. More 3D puzzles. This contraption is actually a clock, and you read it through the metal ball bearings there. That's a thermometer. poster of the presidents, which I had memorized at age 7 for some reason. These are posters from the various shows I was in high school. There's actually one missing. Also pictures and newspaper clippings, and one of my superlatives, biggest drama king. That cardboard window, or plywood window rather, is actually from my first musical production that I was in 7th grade. Annie Warbucks, the sequel to Annie. There's a sign down there from another show I was in. Here's my keychain collection. I used to collect them. I still do. I just don't attach them to the chain anymore. There's over 150 on this chain, and there's several others scattered throughout the house. I probably have at least 200 right now. Now this over here, below the Declaration of Independence, this right here is especially nerdy because this is not actually a poster. This is a calendar. From what year, I'm actually really not sure. I could probably check, but that would require taking it down, and I'm a little lazy. But I kept this calendar because I loved this center shot of the Enterprise E, and so I decided to keep that. So that's it for my nerdiness. Christy, I'm looking forward to seeing you doing more nerdy things in your future videos. I will see you next week, if not before. And as for the rest of the shiny, happy, vloggy people, I am enjoying your channel immensely, and I look forward to seeing your videos throughout the week. Bye. Should I add anything?
He's a nerd.
Cassie says I'm a nerd.
You have it on sibling authority.
Again,
Say that again. He can transpose songs in his head.
Well,
I mean, if that's not nerdy.
only if it's a close key.
Yeah, whatever. Only if it's a close key.
Like I probably couldn't, for instance, go from the key of A to the key of E flat. That'd be a little bit of a stretch.
Oh gosh, it'd be a stretch. I can't transpose, period. I can't play unless I've got the stuff written out in front of me. But no, Matthew, oh no, well I can't transpose very well if I'm going to a weird key. Shut up.
I'm gonna pan away from you now.
Okay.